In the springtime of year, we do a lot of planting. At least I plant in my garden. Do a lot of planting and look forward to growing season and getting the yield from the crops. But my question today is about us. The question is, are you growing or are you dying? You know, it's one or the other. In our life, we are either growing our knowledge, growing our skills, or we're stagnating. And if you're stagnating, you're dying. Have you ever smelled a stagnant pond? Whew, smells. It's a dying cesspool. So, what's dying look like? Let's start there. Well, first, if you're dying, you're stagnant in your life. You're stagnant in your job. You're stuck. You're not going anywhere. You're not getting anywhere. You're not producing anything new. You're not creating anything new. It's just the same old thing, and you're stuck. You feel stuck. And you don't know what to do because you do your job and you don't get new opportunities. Maybe you don't get a very big pay increase if you get one each year. And it seems like none of the new opportunities come your way. And you're frustrated because you're not advancing. And we all want to get better, and we all want to advance in our careers and in our jobs and in our businesses. And if you're not working to grow your business, to grow yourself personally in your skills and your knowledge, then you're going to be stuck and you're going to stagnate and you're just going to be frustrated. If you're not learning and developing new skills, then you're dying because the world will continue to move on. It will go forward every single day. And if you're not working on yourself to move yourself forward, then you're losing. You're actually dying. You become an old dinosaur if you don't grow, if you don't progress. You know, dying looks like being comfortable with a life of comfort. If you're comfortable in your life and you're good with that and you're comfortable with your comfortable life, guess what? You're probably dying. You're probably stuck. You're probably frustrated. And if you're not frustrated yet, you will be because you've gotten too comfortable with your comfortable life. But it's not really the life that you want. And you really need to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. In other words, as you're working and striving to grow yourself and to learn more and to do more and to be better, you need to be comfortable in that stress. You need to be comfortable knowing that you're still growing, that you're working to become a better person, or that you're working to grow your business. Be comfortable in the chaos. Be comfortable in the uncomfortableness of growing. That's kind of weird, but that's what it is. Growth happens when you force yourself into situations where you can fail. So many people want to skip that. So many people want to avoid situations where failure can happen because it hurts. We don't like it. Yes, that's true. But that's where growth happens. Growth happens when you put yourself into a position where you can fail. And if you really, really, really don't want to fail, you're going to work really, really hard to figure out how to make that happen so you don't fail. And that's when you grow. And that's when you grow the fastest. It stretches you. It makes you into a bigger person. It makes you into a better person. It makes you into a wiser person. It'll actually wake you up because if you know that every day is the possibility that you're going to fail in this new business or this new venture or this new team that you're on or this new product you're working on, whatever it is, if you know that the possibility of failure is there, it's going to wake you up and you're going to work hard to make that not happen. But then when you fall down, it gives you the opportunity to learn. It gives you the opportunity to learn from what happened, what you went through, and figure out what didn't work, what went wrong, so that you can fix it, so it doesn't happen again. That's the great thing about growth. Growth happens in the calm parts of our life, and growth happens in the storms in our life. I mean, right now we got a very cold snowstorm across a whole lot of the country. In fact, I was reading today it snowed and they had a blizzard in Austin, Texas. That's crazy. But even in the midst of a storm, growth happens. We learn new things. And when you learn what went wrong, it gives you the chance to become a different person. It gives you the chance to become a new version of yourself so that when you face another situation like that in the future, you don't do that again because you've done it once, you've learned the lesson, and you moved on and you said, that's not going to happen. Growth comes from being comfortable with the discomfort in your life, the unease in your life. When you're ready to move on and when you're tired of being in this comfortable life and you start pushing beyond it, which will be scary sometimes, depending on what you're doing, that's where you need to live. You need to be comfortable with the unease. You need to be comfortable with the discomfort. In that case, that will only happen when you desire change, when you desire something new and put in the time and you put in the work and you put in the effort to change that situation. That's when you need to start learning more. And you can do that in a lot of ways. Find a coach or a mentor. Go online. Listen. I mean, there's a ton of podcasts. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of resources online. Or read. Nothing greater than getting a book to help you learn some new skills, develop your thinking in a different way. And that will help you progress. You know, growth isn't easy. And sometimes we have to go through the hard parts in order to grow. You know, if a tree grows in, let's say, a greenhouse and is never subjected to wind, and then you plant it outside, the first time the wind blows, it's going to fall over because it has not developed the structure in that trunk to keep it strong when the wind blows. A tree is stronger in the wind. Think of a monarch butterfly. Starts off as a caterpillar. Not a real pretty caterpillar, it's a caterpillar. But then it spins this cocoon. And eventually, it changes inside of that cocoon. Growth is happening. It's changing on the inside before we can see it on the outside. And that's how growth happens with us. Our growth will begin on the inside before anybody can see it on the outside. But that monarch butterfly changes. The caterpillar changes into a butterfly, and then it emerges from the cocoon. Here's an interesting thought. If you help it come out of the cocoon, if you see it starting to come out and then you just take that cocoon off and let it out, it cannot fly. It will not fly. Because the struggle getting through the cocoon, getting through the challenge that it put around itself, getting through this hard shell is what gives the wings strength. So the butterfly is stronger having gone through the challenge of coming through the growth and change. And that's how it should be with us. Growth and change isn't easy. It shouldn't be easy. And as we struggle to learn, to become better, to develop new skills, to reach out and help people to, fall down and skin our knees and learn the lessons and get back up, if we go through those struggles, when we come out of it, we will be a much stronger person. We will be a much bigger person that can grow our business, can grow our job, can grow our community, whatever you're working on, can grow your own personal life. Sometimes in our health, we have to go through some really hard times and figure out, I got to do something with my health in order to live longer. And so you go through the struggle of working out, walking, running, lifting weights, whatever you might need to do to get yourself in shape to be a better person on the other side, just like the monarch butterfly. A tree constantly changes as it grows. Starts off as little sprouts and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. If that tree stops growing, it will die. I had one in my yard that it just eventually quit growing, and a year later I just walked out and pushed it over because it rotted at the base because it just quit growing. If you want to achieve your goals and your dreams, You need to put yourself in the uncomfortable position of continual growth. Never stop learning, never stop growing, because if you're not growing, you're dying. So go out there, figure out where you need to grow, what needs to change in your life, and start working on it. Make a plan. Read a book. Find a mentor or coach to help you through the hard times, to help you see your business or your life from a different perspective, to help you get through it and to help you progress and help you grow. That's your growing your success for this morning, for Monday. I hope you have a great week, and I'll be back and talk to you tomorrow.